Ooh, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Darku, and in this video we'll be finding all of the Wisps locations in the Sinnoh region, and that will also unlock for us the Alpha Drifblim, and because we've done every single region after this video, we have unlocked the Alpha Spiritomb that we can go to as well, which we'll obviously deep dive into at the end of the video. Obviously, I'm not going to have to talk to you all the way through this video. You can see in the background we're already going for the first couple of Wisps. If you just want to follow me, there'll be a complete list at the very top right if you just want to look at the list and not even watch the video. Obviously the video will be playing in the background going for each and every one. There's a couple of key features for this if this is your first Wisp guide and you're going to do the other ones afterwards. Just to let you know, every time you click on the Wisp, obviously for your first encounter you will find a Pokemon encounter, and then like every 5, 10 and then at the end obviously you get encounters as you go along. But they're always like ghost types, so it's worth bringing the Smeargle with you that has the move Soak, so you can make it a water type, so that you can then false swipe it and use Spore as well to try and capture them on, as they are actually worth capturing if you can get them. One thing to note as well, because it's in Sinnoh though, and it's the worst region of course, the pre-evolutions of Drifblim etc, they all have like self-destruct, so just be aware of that as well, as it's terrible and they commit seppuku. Couple of other things to note obviously is that the big mountain is in the middle of Sinnoh. It's one of the worst mountains, it's one of the worst maps of course. Obviously there's a bit of bias, I don't like Sinnoh. But there's a big mountain in the middle and there's a lot of Wisps around it, so be aware of that. But that's not even the worst part. The actual worst part of this entire guide is the fact that at one point you're going to have to go to Iron Island, and if you've not been there before you're going to have to direct an NPC around the island before you can get the Wisp, and then that's at the end of Iron Island, that Wisp. And there's another one where you actually need to complete the entire scene dex for Sinnoh just to go through the Elite Four cave where Shaman is in the original games to find one of the Wisps as well. So there's at least 2 places in this video where you'll need to guide somebody if you've not been there before. If you have previously, that's fine, but if not, it's going to be a pain in the butt. And like I said, just to note, where that Shaman old location is next to the Elite Four, when we get there, you need the scene dex to move that one NPC out of the way. If there's an NPC in the way for you, once again, you need the scene dex. That means if you haven't got all the scene dex for Sinnoh, you can actually just buy them off the GTL or whatever and resell them if you want to. It'll count as scene at least, even if it's not your OT. Once you've completed the scene dex, go back to the professor back in Sanjum Town and get the national dex upgrade, and then that guy should be moved out of your way. Once again though, even if you do that and you move that guy out of the way, there's a little bit of a guiding mission inside that you need to complete as well, which is a pain. You obviously don't see me do those because I've done those previous to this. I just wanted to give you guys that massive heads up. So that's it, that's pretty much all I can think of that I really need to let you know about, is that just Sinnoh is kind of an awful place to go for these Wisps. They're in some really annoying places, and those like obviously guiding the NPCs around are really a nuisance. There's even one at like Spear Pillar. The only thing I will mention extra is the fact that there's at the very bottom left of this list, there's like the spring that we need to go to, but I actually dodged this one on purpose so that we can go for all of the rest of them first, so we don't end up doing the last Wisp on Spear Pillar, because if you lose that fight you have to climb all the way back up to Spear Pillar. We didn't want that, so we actually made it like the Giratina spot because it's much easier to get to, just to let you know. And I accidentally skipped one of the top right ones, but we obviously go back for it, but don't worry about that, we do go back to every single one. And if you're worried about missing anything, don't worry, every location in this video will be in the description as well, time-stamped. So if there's a specific Wisp that you want done, you can click on that timestamp and jump to exactly where you need to be. Hopefully this one doesn't bug out like the Johto one. For some reason the Johto video had like 2 blank spots. I have no idea why that happened, but I did pin a comment after somebody let everyone know where it was, etc. So yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen for this one. Sorry about that if you watched that one, I do apologise. Anyways, that is all the Wisps and all the Alphas, so I hope you've enjoyed these videos, and obviously I'm going to be uploading more and more on my channel as well. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and enjoy the rest of the video. See ya!